What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's OGrimtutor. You know what time it is. It's game time. We're playing Madden. We've got a long video to make, so no shenanigans. Let's get right to it. Let's draft Eddie Hoffman. I went over it. I decided he looks amazing. So we're going to draft Eddie Hoffman. Slide Kyle Pitts to the slot. Let's do it. I think we can drop one spot and still pick him up. I do not think he'll go past the Buffalo Bills. But the Colts need a quarterback. The Colts need a quarterback. And there is a quarterback worth taking in the top 5. We're going to cross our fingers. Hope that Eddie Hoffman doesn't go first overall to the Indianapolis Colts. We will be picking Eddie Hoffman at 2 overall. Much like Kyle Pitts went 4 overall to the Atlanta Falcons a couple years ago, I think he's that type of player. I think he's that type of tight end, worth a top 5 pick. Definitely a weapon. The Colts take Reed Camp out of Purdue. We're going to take Eddie Hoffman. At number 2 overall. This Darius Givens looks pretty amazing as well. Apart from his release, he looks spectacular. But the player we want is Eddie Hoffman. Out of Clemson. .6'6", 255 pounds. Super fast, can catch the ball. We're drafting Eddie Hoffman. We're drafting Eddie Hoffman. That's the only player we're going to draft. 1 tight end, number 2 overall, Eddie Hoffman. Trade the rest of our picks away. Start rocking season 3. On our way to potentially another Super Bowl. Let's go ahead and get rid of this 4. And these 2 7s. For the 49ers, 3 next year maybe? Will they take it? Not even close. They'll definitely take this. Which means I'm not going to offer those 2 7s. Just pick 98 this year for pick 98 next year. move forward. Double up, triple up through the 49ers for their 5th rounder next year. Will they do it? There's only one way to find out. They certainly will. They certainly will. No more picks in this draft. That's all we're doing. Getting Eddie Hoffman. Looking to rock. Looking to rock and roll. Building a dynasty. Eddie Hoffman, welcome to the team. Brand new weapon for Scott Coyle. He's going to be happy. We're going to be happy. Pretty excited to have him. '79 overall. Pretty darn amazing. Yeah, that Darius Givens looks like it could be a generational wide receiver. But we want another tight end. It looks like the Colts picked the wrong quarterback. Too bad for them. Too bad for them. Advancing to the offseason. All we need is a kicker, a punter, set up this depth chart. We're able to mentor this rookie. Is it going to be blocking? We'll take more blocking. Nope. Kyle Pitts is going to mentor Eddie Hoffman. We're looking to give him an immediate impact. Get him on the field right now. Let's get him on the field right now. Go out, get that kicker, get that punter. It looks like Chris Boswell is the kicker to get with 95 power, 90 accuracy. Welcome to the team, Chris Boswell. Logan Cook coming back to the team as their punter. Building the dynasty. We're building this dynasty. Not worried about preseason games. We're 88 overall. Eddie Hoffman receiving 10,000 experience points. I don't exactly know the difference between picking immediate impact over long-term development. I'll have to test that. We do have a camp standout. Is it Aiden for the third year in a row? It sure is. Aiden Hutchinson for the third year in a row, looking to move to superstar. His awareness has got to be through the roof by now. Hopefully, finally, he hits superstar. We can move forward, trying to get him to X Factor. Going to week 1. Setting our season goal. We're going to make the playoffs. It's almost a given. Highlight that camp standout. We can do this. Third time's the charm. Aiden Hutchinson. Come on over to superstar. Opening day keys. We're going to run the ball. You know that's what we do. We run the ball. Game plan and an elite quarterback in Lamar Jackson. Gonna try to negate that scrambling. We're gonna try to contain the scramble. Easier said than done. It's easier said than done. Lamar Jackson's phenomenal in this game. We've got to hire and assign some scouts. Still very important. You can't ignore these parts of the game if you want to play and be successful at Dynasty. Looks like in the Northeast there's 2 quarterbacks. Not worried about them. Maybe we're looking at this corner. I spy a top 5 defensive tackle, possibly a replacement for either Quentin Williams or Deron Payne. We'll definitely be going Tier 1 D tackle in the Southeast. Possibly looking at offensive linemen just in case we can't re-sign. So 1 Tier 1 D tackle, 1 Tier 1 offensive tackle. And 1 Tier 1 defensive end. That's what we're looking at as far as our scouts and our prospects are concerned. So, fire this guy. Gone. Fire this guy. He did his job. He got us Eddie Hoffman. No longer needed. No longer needed. No longer needed. I don't know what we're going to look at for Tier 3. What are we going to look at for Tier 3? Let's go take a look at the prospects again. It looks like D tackle is the way to go. 4 or 5 D tackles in the same draft class. Let's just see how good that top 5 D tackle is. Free agent scouts. 1 defensive tackle scout. 1 D end and 1 offensive tackle. There's our offensive tackle. Here's our Tier 3 D tackle. Our Tier 1 D tackle. And Tier 2, I do believe, was cornerback. But we're going to go cornerback, just to kind of take a look. Maybe we stash a quarterback on our team to replace Scott Coyle with moving forward. If one of these quarterbacks happens to be an X factor, we'll just go ahead and stash him on our team right now. That's how we do. Northeast, welcome to our team, Donnie House. National, welcome to the team. And I can't quite remember. I think this was Southeast. This was Central. And this was West. We can always change it if we're wrong. Northeast. Southeast. Okay, so Central was the offensive tackle. And West was the defensive end. Those are our scouts. Those are the prospects we're looking to get. We do not have a favorable draft pick, so it's not like we're going to be able to get a top 5 guy unless we make some decisions, possibly give away our next year's first rounder, package that deal. What we like to do when we are projected to go to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl, as you can see we are this year, we're going to trade this pick away as well as the 7th for whoever is projected to be the runner-up in the Super Bowl. Could very well be the Bears. It's going to be the Bears. Who did we just play against? The Giants? Who else would it be? The Commanders? The Commanders. Let's see if they take it. They take it. Hopefully the Commanders don't even make the playoffs. Turning our 32 pick into a top 15 pick or even better. We shall see. The Commanders probably still own that division. But anything can happen. Injuries are always turned on. Not during the off season, so we definitely have to go do that now. All Madden. Of course, that's always on All Madden. Turning the injuries back on. Set up our depth chart. Scott Coyle, Josh Jacobs. We brought back Naheem. We got Cordero. Third down back, Naheem or Cordero. Doesn't matter. In the slot, we are going to put Kyle Pitts. In order to do that, we have to move Eddie Hoffman to our number one tight end position. Kyle Pitts, now rocking in the slot. Kyle Pitts is now rocking in the slot. Taysom Hill will be our fullback. Wide receivers, Garrett Wilson, Russell Gage at 2. Kyle Pitts will come in the slot. Denzel Mims will only see the field in shotgun spread formations. At left tackle, Tristan Wirfs. Our swing lineman, will be the Similau. That's our swing lineman. At left end, Chase Young. Is there a better option for a backup defensive end? Trayvon Walker? At right end, Derek Barnett. Trayvon Walker, backing him up. D-tackle, Deron Payne, Quinnen Williams, Solomon Thomas. Left outside linebacker, Trayvon Walker. We'll move Quay to his backup. Middle linebacker, Quan Alexander coming in. Trayvon for the big nickel. We got two Wakas. We got Trayvon. We got Quay. Eric Stokes. Derek Stingley. Trey Flowers in the slot. Jalen Mills. However you say that name. At safety, we're putting Bryce Stewart over Taylor Rapp. At strong safety, putting Taylor Rapp there. Kicker is Chris Boswell. Logan Cook's the punter. Kick returner should be Cordero automatically. Cordero. Chris Boswell kicking off. Our sub-package defenders. Chase Young stays at rush left. Trayvon right behind him. Rush right is Aiden. Now we were thinking about moving Chase Young into the middle. So what would that mean? We'd put Trayvon at rush left. Aiden at rush right. And slide Chase Young in to rush D tackle, the way we were doing with Myles Garrett. I'm not opposed. That'll give Quinn Williams and Deron Payne plenty of rest on 3rd and 15. Sub linebacker Roquan. Slot corner Trey Flowers. Is that our squad? I think that's our squad. Now all we have to do is we have to get rid of some of these practice squad members because we have to put players on our active roster into the practice squad so that we're not eating that money, right? A few of those corners that we retained. I'd like to just go ahead and drop this dude, but we don't need more cap penalties as we showed you last video. Dylan Stoner, Brett Sims, Stoner's leaving us after this year. But we need to put Brett Sims on the squad, right? right away. We don't need this kicker. We will view his player card just in case something crazy. 85 kick power? No. No. Get off our team. So we're not going back and forth. I know there's at least 3 more players that we need to create room for. This guy's not even a scheme fit. 54 overall. Will never see the field. Ever, ever, ever on our team. Neither will 57 overall. Maybe like a 63 overall for like 2 games just because of an injury. But all these guys are not good enough to even worry about training up. So they're gone. Gone. Move to the squad. I really wish we could move one more wide receiver. Is Cornell Powell somehow still squad eligible? He is not. He is not. Five offensive linemen, all superstars. One, two, three, four, five, 6 players. So 3 of these corners need to go to the squad right now. I have ended up in the past having excellent depth and value from practice squad members. So do not ignore it if you want to build yourself a fantasy or a dynasty. That's our team. The active roster and the practice squad together. We've had enough. We've had enough. We want to see right now what Eddie Hoffman is about. We want to know right now what kind of player Eddie Hoffman is going to be. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Eddie Hoffman, superstar X Factor, top 5 tight end, picked him at 2. I don't know if we need another double me or if we should go with max security. That spec catch is 85. Should we just use him more as a max security guy? I think that's how we're going to roll. When all else fails, we'll just dump it to Eddie Hoffman. We're going to give him max security. Improve his catching even more. And then give him persistent. That way, he stays on fire a little bit longer. That way we don't have to necessarily just keep forcing him the ball. He'll still stay on fire a play or two longer to target him once more. That's our new X Factor. Excited to see it. So happy. We had a feeling. We had a feeling. Let's remove this grab and go. Give Kyle Pitts slot-o-matic, because now he's working in the slot. Faster cuts and better hands when catching the ball less than 10 yards from the line of scrimmage when he's in the slot. Will not drop the ball, but we're going to keep the double me for those instances when we need to jump up and dominate in the aggressive catch category. That's Kyle Pitts' new build. That's the team. Super excited. We're going to come right back. We're going to come right back and play against these Bears. All I got to do now is save this game. We're going to call it 46 and Power 3. for Season 3. We've gotten smarter, ladies and gentlemen. We are now saving backups. Y'all ever play games like Final Fantasy that you put thousands of hours into? And then you go down into the sewers or wherever, you know, and you get into a level where the monsters are like way too powerful and you didn't save your backup. Now all of a sudden you're just like stuck, dying in that level because the monsters are way too powerful for you and there's nothing you can do but start all over. It's not fun. Especially, as I'm learning, while you're trying to shoot and edit videos. You must have a backup. We must save this video clip. Make sure it's saved. Make sure there's a backup saved. This way, if we have to, we can go right back into 46 and Power 2 and redraft Eddie Hoffman. Delete this video, reshoot the darn thing, try to remember what we said, which is damn near impossible. How am I going to remember what I said this entire video? What is this, some sort of time warp? Ha! Ha! It's not a time warp. This is real life. This is real life. You don't get any do-overs. Unless you save the game. Because this is not real life. It's a video game. This is not a realistic rebuild. Dingleberry, Bojangles, whatever your name is. My name's OGrimtutor. Providing content that hopefully you're liking. Hopefully you're going to come back to. Hopefully you're going to subscribe with. Hit the like button. Tell your friends about it. And come back, watch us dominate Lamar Jackson and the Bears in this next video. Coming right up. Peace out.